So, for those who wanted to see, this is my classroom on back to school night. I have several things up of kids that got involved in making classroom expectations. I have my birthday picture wall of my kids who have birthdays this month. There's my cart. I kind of figured out where to put it in the best way possible. There's my reminder boards. I've got my schedule posted up here, and my word wall, which currently has nothing on it because it's only a week and a half in. Here's my return boards. For back to school night, I had different stations. So I kind of told parents about, when kids were absent, kids would get their papers on the day that they were absent. So they just come right in the classroom and they grab their papers that were handed out on that day. I also had color-coded letters for Remind 101 so that kids would sign up for Remind 101 via their parent's cell phone or their cell phone so that they can get text messages about what happened at school that day, and mom and dad don't have to worry about kids miscommunicating. I also had a section here set up that was for my short video welcoming them to back to school night, because I didn't want to talk to a bunch of groups of people and do that. So my idea was to have a YouTube video that I would post every 2 weeks, and it would basically tell parents what we did for the last 2 weeks instead of me having to send out a newsletter and waste a bunch of paper, and then it gets lost and nobody ever looks at it, and then I don't have to type it because I'm a terrible typist. So here's more of the kids' responses to different questions. All of these ideas, pretty much, except for the YouTube one, were taken from Pinterest, pretty much. So this was my Pinterest back to school night. We also talked about what expectations kids had for the teacher, and then student expectations, and we kind of did those expectations as classes before we meet our class rules. I also had a place for little kids who were under 10 to come over here and draw and color so that their parents could talk to me. I have a station too. This was not my idea, also from Pinterest. What can you do to help? So I had little post-it notes, Hell making whiteboard tables, post link for donorschoose.org, and then parents kind of told me what they signed up for, and they took the post-it for themselves. I also have a section that was set up with Edmodo on it so that parents would see where certain projects and things, daily projects, were posted. So if kids are absent, then they would have their work on the Edmodo website. Got my fabric board, which is so pretty, and my little puffs that are nice, and all sorts of things. That there's my I'm invisible light, so kids can't ask me any questions when I'm invisible. It's pretty awesome. It's a visual cue. And then also I have a station for keeping all kids safe about life-threatening allergies, because my son has a life-threatening peanut allergy, and I feel that not enough teachers know exactly what to do with kids and peanut allergies or nut allergies. And so I created a PowerPoint so that parents would understand that their kids should wash their hands after they eat, and maybe just not bring peanut products at all to school. I also had a Common Core and Springboard station, because a lot of parents are a little bit concerned and worried about Common Core because of all the negative press about it. So I put out what exactly Common Core is and some standards so that they could read them. Write arguments to support claims with clear reasons and relevant evidence. I really don't see what's so bad about that, but and then this is what Springboard is all about. So I went ahead and printed this out. Actually, Kim printed that out for our team. She was pretty awesome. And then I had one last section where we had kind of a marshmallow challenge that all the kids did, and so we talked about building community, and these are the things that I throw at the children when they answer questions. It's kind of like a talking stick, but they really enjoy playing with all of the stuffed animals and stuff. And then over here on the side is kind of the way that we celebrate birthdays in my class. We stay away from actual foods, except I do have some candies like Dum Dums and Tootsie Roll products that are gluten-free, peanut-free, and tree nut-free. So if I do give out candy, that's what I give out. No chocolate or anything like that. But kids can sit in this special comfy chair when they have a birthday and wear some crazy hat, and then we sing to them, and then they get one of those candies that are real good for them and not going to cause any allergies. And it's a Tempur-Pedic chair, so it's like super cushy. All right, and then my fabulous learning target board, success criteria. There's Phineas and Ferb, because Phineas and Ferb at the beginning of every show says, "Hey Ferb, I know what we're going to do today." And so this was my classroom for back to school night, and I just love it, and I think that the parents enjoyed themselves quite a lot. So that is pretty much my classroom. I can come over here one last time and kind of show you that everything is labeled very appropriately, and you go in here and you could see that things are pretty organized by color, because kids organize better when it's by color instead of in boxes and things. So it's pretty awesome. Go Hawks! And there's my system for collect and return papers. Have jobs and everything. We'll get to those later. And there's my word wall, as well as my trebuchet, and also my unicorn. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.